was a sin, one team here might need to ask for forgiveness, sitting just outside the rankings and wanting what their opponent today has, a spot in the top 25. Welcome, everyone, to Acrisure Stadium, home of the Pitt Panthers. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Louisville Cardinals, taking on the 13th ranked team in the land, the Pittsburgh Panthers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Cardinals will get us underway with the opening kickoff. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The give is to Smith. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. Let's take just a second and talk a little bit. They've climbed into the top 15, reached a little bit of a checkpoint, haven't they? Playoff is 12 teams. But it's right about this range if people start tuning in to see what you can do, to see if you're the real deal. Isn't that right, David?
Yeah, and cheering against you, right? Like a lot of times because their teams are doing well or competing with you.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago, this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to him early and often and create some indecision. Nice job getting a sack early in this football.
Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Got some room to run. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
You know, after watching that interception, I just wonder if this kid's too amped up tonight. He was so excited to take the field. He thought this was going to be a game that he could stat it up. But he's going to have to do a better job tonight with his decision-making. That is not how you want to start a game.
They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size...
Got some room, headed to the goal line. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you...
And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Cardinals!
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point makes it 7-0. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
Smith dropping to pass. Hauls it in.
Really good offenses are able to attack short. You've got to be able to attack the whole field to make you honor that underneath part, then the intermediate part, and then you take shots down the field. This will loosen up some shots for later in the game.
Lets it fly. Intercepted. intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Takes it the other way.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. He's going to run it. Really good running. Gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. On the snap, it's Lewis. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
It's not a flashy play call, but that is exactly what it was designed to do. Get 2 yards, get the first down.
Inside the 15, 1st and 10 from the 14. Looking to throw on 1st down. The throw. Oh, he makes the catch. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
And you can tell they set up the screen action, but how about the ability to adjust, right? I see what the defense is giving me. You going to leave that open? Okay, I'm going to take it right now.
Flips it out on the screen. Touchdown Cardinals. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. And he throws another interception, his 3rd one of the night. Bringing it back. Touchdown, Louisville! The defense gets it done with that huge interception return. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0.
And this is exactly what you dream about for a defense. Forcing the big turnover, making the pick, and then putting points on the board yourself. Great play by the defense.
Now the offense will come onto the field again. Smith wants to throw. Under fire. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose. And I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really be physical. Because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose.
And this running back right now is sending a very clear message. He doesn't want to just be known as a guy that can run around you or run away from you. He wants you to know he can lower the shoulder and get those tough yards if need be.
Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
They've got to find a way to get this guy into a rhythm. Here we go. Starting the game, he's 1 for 7. They've got to find some easy completions, 3-step drops, RPOs, swing passes to the running back, something to get this guy some confidence because he's not playing with any right now.
The sure hands, it's Smith. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He uncorks one deep. He almost had another one. They've already picked off 3 and just a hair away from number 4 there. Pitt will line up to punt it away. They'll boot it into the night sky for the 1st time. Catches it cleanly at the 20. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Louisville has it back in the offense, coming out ready to attack. They could not have drawn up a better start than this, already up 21-0. Here comes the heat. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
And it's a pick. No, he's out of bounds. Couldn't stay in bounds after catching the ball. It's simply an incomplete pass. The misconnection leaves him with a third down. Takes this handoff and headed to the right. He stopped at the 32-yard line. Not enough for the first down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you could turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line. Smith dropping to pass. It's complete on the right side. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down.
Not difficult, not complicated, but early in the game, get in that rhythm. Find that timing with your wide receiver so you're set up for success. Then you go attack deep later on.
Catch in the middle. It's Smith. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy, that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? Second down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And these coaches have these play sheets over there on the sidelines, and there's so many calls they want to call, and they want to make explosive plays, but you got to protect your QB, and he's already been sacked. Now he's hit again. Like, they've got to protect him up front if they want a chance of doing damage on the offensive side of the football.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for you.
And the Panthers are at the line looking to convert on third and short. Quick release on the RPO. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practiced, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Smith takes the handoff. Turning it on. He has the first and still on his feet. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Panthers back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Looking to scramble. Grab behind the line. It's Hunt. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Louisville has the edge. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. They'll give it to the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
Looking left. And it'll be incomplete. He got on the move trying to make something happen, but just couldn't find a man.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
On 4th and 9, the offense will stay on the field. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. Motion from the wide receiver. They'll toss it to the left. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Toss sweep to the right. Creates a little space. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26.
We love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Cardinals come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
3rd and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
They punt it away on 4th down. Wants to bring it back. Coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. They've fallen into this big hole, and they are pretty desperate for answers right now. Rushes on him. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be 2nd down.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment, and they've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it hard for this quarterback to go to work.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Smith wants to throw. Finds a spot in the middle. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
I'll tell you, man, I love quarterbacks that have arm talent, but that can throw it accurately at the same time, and you saw all of it on that in route.
Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the big fella. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
I absolutely love the punt. If you don't get it, field position isn't horrible anyways. You never know how many yards you're going to get for a punt regardless.
And defense can rise up and make a stop from there. You're not really putting them in a terrible situation.
No, and you're already coordinating with your defense. Like, listen, if we don't get this, let's go. We're going to be ready to rock and roll, set up on the field, but you didn't have to worry about it because the offense, listen, offenses are going to in these situations more and more in college football.
Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy...
A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Panther! They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
Yeah, and there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football, make your plays, put a good drive together here.
The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. Got it behind the line. It's Royer. Oh, he's got some space.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Lewis. Open space at the 25. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Grabbed behind the line. It's Royer. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Looking to throw again. Caught in the backfield, it's Royer. They make the tackle just outside the end zone, but it'll be 1st and goal from the 1. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. Here's 1st and goal, and a touchdown here might put this thing out of reach by halftime. Trying to barge their way in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Cardinals! Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Smith dropping to pass. Under fire. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
And that seemed a little off from the start, didn't it?
That was a big-time play, and it was off from the start because of the play he made.
And I don't think it would have mattered who was playing running back. There was absolutely nowhere to go.
Here's a heat. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. Pitt will have to boot this one away. 2nd time today they've been forced to punt. Makes the catch at the 30. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stopped. They'll start this drive from their own 35-yard line. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle him, wear him out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Lining up, trying to convert this 3rd and short from the 40. They'll run the toss. Defense just going after him. They stop him for a loss of 6. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They boot it away. Let's see what he can do with it. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. It'll be a draw. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And man, oh man, he is in the dark tonight. His 4th interception. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Sends it back in motion. Back to throw, it's Bryant. He's going to let it go. Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive. And they get the takeaway and prevent points from going up just before the end of the half. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. The give is to Smith. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Now the play fake. Bringing the heat. Rolling, throwing, looking right. It's caught. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39.
And that is such an accurate throw. It's one thing to do it from the pocket when you have your feet set underneath you, but when you can get outside, off schedule, on the move, and throw a dart like that, that is just big time, and the offense gets a huge explosive play.
And as the first half draws near to a close, here comes the field goal unit. He's going to have to break out the thunderfoot on this one, a 57-yard attempt. They'll immediately call timeout. One more snap coming before halftime. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Takes a shot as he lets it go. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Pitt will kick off, ready to get things started here in the 3rd quarter. No shot at a return. It's out of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Louisville has it back in the offense, coming out ready to attack. Not sure they had to make many adjustments at halftime as they try to build on this lead here in the 3rd. Got his man on the right. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
Catch in the middle, it's Royer. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. This guy's a big target, so nice job on that front.
So now it's 2nd and long. Wide receiver comes in motion. To throw, it's Bryant. Finds the tight end. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And the misconnection on the first attempt, see if he gets a little looser.
We've seen this offense click and hum, and it's not clicking, and something's a little bit off. And I like the deep shot down the field. At least it was an interception, but they got to find a way in this O to manufacture some first downs and some passing yards because everything's been difficult today.
The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. Looking to throw on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Casey. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys...
There he goes! At the 20. Touchdown, Panthers. He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him. What an explosive eruption into the end zone by this running back.
And this back does it a lot. Then he makes big plays. When you can make big plays like this, it makes everybody's job easier. Oh, we can play action. Oh, we can throw it. But it starts with the run game, and this guy's setting everything up.
Here he comes from midway in the end zone. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. Their lead down to 2 touchdowns as they go back to work on this drive. Trying to turn the corner on the right. Got to be smart, patient, great vision. Uses all of that to get to the 29.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
And you gotta love this defensive performance so far. Done such a good job against a running back that you saw last week, man. He can go off. He can make big plays. He can chew some yardage up and keep an offense on schedule. Nice job by this defense locking in and shutting down the run game so far.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Royer. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
And, man, that is not the third down execution you want. Trying to get it to a playmaker so he can make plays. He gets nowhere, actually loses yards, and brings up a 4th down now. Boom.
This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. This is a real chance to sort of settle things down, maybe generate a little momentum if you can put together a touchdown drive here.
Oh, it'd be a great opportunity to make a statement and get back in this thing. I mean, it hasn't gone your way early, but I feel like you're creating some momentum here. And a score, Jesse, a score makes this a fun ball game.
It would be huge, but it's on the offense. They have to look at each other right now in this huddle on the field and go, look, guys, it's on us to march this ball down the field, score some points, and bring some energy now to our sideline.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Caught in the backfield, it's Smith. And, boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Trailing by multiple possessions in the third and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on 4th down. He'll go to the sneak.
Man, when I was at Florida, Steve Spurrier would wait for this opportunity in a game 4th and inches, and he'd signal in red snoop. Quarterback sneak. It works every time.
Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. On the direct snap, it's Smith. Now adjusting. Got out of trouble and throws. And that makes 5 interceptions in this one. The nightmare is alive. Touchdown, Cardinals. The defense does the work itself with a pick 6.
What an incredible individual effort by that big fella there. And, Dave, you know, it's funny. I've been hearing more and more about how these D linemen are the best athletes on the field. What do you think?
I present to you Exhibit A. Look at the big fella. Not only does he make the catch, okay, so I can be a DB, I can be a wide receiver, I can catch it. I got the ball in my hands. Guess what else I am? I'm a running back. I take that thing all the way back to the house. Exhibit A, the best athletes on the football field.
The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. That last pick six after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a big play. I mean, they gave up some yards but did what they're supposed to do. Now, Jesse, this offense has to put a drive together.
Yeah, they have to recapture some momentum here. What they can't do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back.
Makes the grab. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
These wide receivers are so athletic out wide now. You're so worried about getting beat deep. And these slant routes, they can be a good changeup. I mean, just a couple steps, stick your foot in the ground, come inside. It might not be huge gains all the time, but, man, it keeps that DB off balance.
And he throws another interception. Taking it the other way. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Louisville! The defense putting points on the board. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, a couple of ACC teams colliding in a game that could have some implications. South Carolina is ahead in Columbia, but that's not exactly George Rogers out there scoring touchdowns. This game is a long way from being over. They're up by 4 over Arizona. Any major changes in this ACC standoff, you'll hear about them first from us, gentlemen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. Running back searching for a hole. Breaks into the open. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box.
It's picked off and another empty drive. He couldn't quite get loose on that return, but he'd already made the play, and they've got it at the 35. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Caught behind the line. It's Lewis. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
A lot of smiles right now on this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the second half of this game because everything we're dialing up is working.
Back has it. Defense played the Wildcat very well on that one, stopping them for a short gain. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Here we go. Direct snap. And the Wildcat is not working. They knock him down behind the line.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? Part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
Got the back over the middle. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. Here comes the field goal unit. Not very pretty, highly effective using that carom off the left upright. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind. The returner will field it and try to get some field position. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Running hard and gains 6 yards out to the 26.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Fires to the big fella. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the third period. That's the end of the period, and Louisville has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. So first down will open up the final period. Here we go. Smith wants to throw. Pressure coming. They get to him as he throws.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Leaves it with the running back. Finds a little space. Turning it on. They get him down at the 49, but not before he picks up 15.
Yeah, and a nice big pickup on the ground. Pollard could have used some of this earlier in the game. Are you calling runs at this point?
No, I'd be a little bit more aggressive, I think, throwing it. I think part of it right now is because the defense, they've got the lead big. They're just playing a little bit more zone, a little bit more prevent. They're fine letting this offense just chip down the field, but they're wasting time off the clock.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Throwing right. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Oh, it's loose. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Louisville has it back, and the offense coming out ready to attack. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line.
That's such a nice start to this drive, too, because you've got the lead late and you want to run the football. You want to be physically dominant. The defense knows you're going to do it, and still, on the very first play of the drive, you're able to rip off a long run like that. Great vision there, and a nice job up front with the surge by the O-line.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. They want that clock to run. Gets it to the 46-yard line. 1st down for this offense.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here from my running back, make the game easy.
Couldn't ask for much more there. A 1st down, and they're down to the 42. The Cardinals come to the line with a new set of downs. From the shotgun, they'll run it. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. The give to the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Defense trying to come up with a stop on 3rd and short from the 37. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Out of the shotgun on 3rd down. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Man, these slant routes you throw quick. It's a timing route. You throw 3 million of them to the wide receiver, and most of the time gets his hands up and he catches it, keeps his body in the way. Right there, just lack of focus, lack of concentration, just drops the easy play. He's probably caught that ball 99% of the time it's been thrown to him.
And the Cardinals line up to punt it away. They'll be forced to kick for the 6th time tonight. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll.
Cooler 18! Cooler 18! Charcoal!
The give to the tailback. He breaks a tackle. And runs through another one. Makes the tackle at the 30 after he picked up 10.
Well, it's a nice change-up call on offense because obviously in the fourth quarter, you're down by a bunch of points and everybody in the stadium is expecting you to throw it to get back in the game. So you dial up the run play and you get a huge gainer. Hopefully that can give this offense the momentum they need to try to scrape and claw back into this one.
It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. Happy with the situation, the quarterback will take a knee.
Yeah, and this offense, man, they just continue to struggle and just They need to find something that they do really, really well, and running the football late in the fourth quarter when you're getting beat by a good bit, that's probably not it. This offense needs to hit the gas, and they need to pitch and catch a little bit and throw the football around.
A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. From the gun, the ground game. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
And this defense is well aware of the situation, and they're so aware of it. That goal line package is coming out, right? They've got to stop the run. They know the offense wants to eat clock. They got to get the ball back to their offense if they want a chance to get back in this football game.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
After that negative play against a goal line defense, it's really, really tough out in the field to not want to take a shot right now because there's nobody deep on defense. You've got one-on-ones on an island with your wide receivers, and they are begging to have a fade ball thrown their way.
The Cardinals will punt it away on 4th down.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. But, you know, talking to the coaches coming into the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out because this wasn't a great day.
This is the football